are back with another Sims 4 video. Sims 4 just released an update, I would say about 2 days ago now. Like, the day I'm uploading this is on Thursday, so 2 days before they released an update. That's the Infants update, so they went ahead and added some new base game items to prepare for the new pack that's coming out. To which I went ahead and decided to make a base game home, which was almost impossible because there is literally like nothing. I was very limited on my clutter, so there's a lot of things that were repeated, or like a lot of things that I used multiple times because there's literally nothing to use. But I'm really proud of how this turned out. I would love to show how I do the exterior of my builds, but that takes, I think it took me like 2 hours alone just to do the exterior of this house. So you'll see it in pictures, but you won't see me build it because of how long it takes, because the inside alone I think also took me 2 hours. So in total this build took me about 4 hours, and this is just a base game home. So this is me working on limited objects. I did work on, like, one day I worked on the exterior and I took a break, and then the next day I came back and worked on the interior because I didn't want to push myself and feel overwhelmed because I didn't know how I wanted to decorate the house. But I did all the wallpapers and everything before I saved the game and like did the layout of everything, and then I came back and decorated. And I have to say, I love how the kitchen turned out. You'll see that it's on a platform, so I've had so much fun using the platforms. I think they're so cool. I like using them in apartments too because it adds a bit of dimension, and I just feel like the apartments really just, I love using city living. It's probably my favorite Sims 4 expansion pack, but I love using the platforms, and I used it in the kitchen so I could add the tiling, and usually I'll put like a fence, like the small fence around to separate the kitchen and the rooms, but I wanted to add a little step, so instead of making the rest of the house elevated on a platform, I just made the kitchen elevated. But you will see that I also changed the swatches on the cabinets. I decided I didn't like the original color that I had, and I wanted to go something a little darker. And there is a fridge. It's tucked in that little corner just because I had that space and I didn't really know what to do with it. And I wanted it to be accessible, so I thought about adding like a trash can there, but if I added more cabinets and moved the fridge, then you wouldn't have been able to access the trash can. So kitchen's a little smaller than I originally planned, but I figured it out. Also, I was struggling with decorating this table because the room is on a platform, so I couldn't place the plants as far back as I wanted to, or place objects as far back as I wanted to on this table, but it turned out good. I also found out you can't place coffee makers on these little end tables. Doesn't matter what cheats you could possibly use, you can't. So I had to just figure out something else to put on there, and I think I ended up I didn't add a coffee maker at all, and I remembered that since it's an infant update and there'll be toddlers and stuff that grow up, I wanted to add a microwave here instead, just so you can make more meals for the toddlers, so it's easier to do. So no coffee maker, but there's a microwave, and decorate that with little clutter. I left one cabinet or one counter space open, so the kitchen's fully functional, so no problems there. I also struggled with a color scheme for the house. I ended up choosing yellow. Also, you'll see me struggle here for a bit because I wanted to add curtains, but the curtains just weren't working out. I didn't like any of them on this window, so I didn't add any. I also wanted to add something in the window. Couldn't do that either. Nothing was going on there, so nothing ends up going on that window. But yes, I ended up going with the yellow color scheme, and you'll see it very much in the dining room. and little pieces of clutter I add through this dining room area. I scooch the table more towards the wall with the windows, so hopefully it's functional to walk through. I could not tell you, I did not test run it. I should have, but I wanted to get this video out, and currently doing this voiceover at 11:30 at night, and I have to be up at 6 in the morning, so super fun. But yeah, I think it'll work out. I hope it does. I was also struggling to put a rug there, and then decided I wasn't gonna put one. I didn't like the rugs that were my options, so I didn't choose one. I also struggled with the plant here, but these are the two I went with. I like those plants a lot, and I used to use them all the time, and then I kind of just stopped using them. I also, this house is kind of different. I was following a layout a bit, and like with a lot of my houses, I tend to go on Pinterest, get inspiration, usually from like an exterior picture of a house, just like the front picture, and then I imagine the rest. Or I'll look at different layouts to get inspiration. So with this house, I looked at different layouts, and this house has 2 doors. So there's a door that comes into the kitchen area, which is this door here, and I kind of just made it like a mudroom, so that's why all of that's there. And then there's another door that goes in through the living room, so there's 2 doors. You can choose which one you want to be your main entrance, but there's that. They all lead to the same deck out front. It connects, so it doesn't really matter. And then I just have like a little shelf or a little desk here, a little end table that just has a bunch of clutter on it. I really like how this little section turned out. I knew when I put in the wall what I wanted to put there, so that part I had planned. But yeah, I go ahead and add this little wine rack on, and also when I updated my game, for those who haven't yet or are thinking of updating their game, be sure to back up your save files. Create a new folder, copy and paste everything onto that all of your saves into that new folder. Make sure it's not connected to your Sims 4, just like place it on your desktop or somewhere else, and then you can update your game. Be sure to also back up your mods in your CC if you have any, because when I updated my game, everything was gone. So like when you update the game, they automatically disable your mods just because they don't want it to interfere with the update. But your saves, gone. Mine were gone. Thank goodness I backed them up, because I saw everybody else on TikTok saying to back up your saves. So thank goodness I did that. But yeah, crazy. I've never had that happen. And honestly, like, I'm not playing with like a serious household, but there were like some things with different expansion packs that I haven't tried before. Like, I just bought it for the items that I haven't really played with, that I was playing with, and I was like, oh, thank goodness I backed up my saves, because I definitely wanted to continue playing with those expansion packs in that save file. But I'm thinking of starting a new save file with the new expansion pack, like doing a Let's Play series. So I might post something later on in the week or sometime next week with a new Let's Play series for the new expansion pack, because I did pre-order it and it comes out today, which will be the day that I'll be posting this video. So I'm excited. I plan on doing a build for that too, so expect that video Friday, because then it'll be done, because this one's going up on Thursday and then that video will be out Friday. So expect that. Also, back to the build, you'll see that the living room is a yellow themed as well, and then I wanted to have this cool entryway wall clutter, so I just sized a bunch of pictures in different ways and then placed them around the wall, and I really liked how it turned out. All the tones they were different shades of brown, so it kind of, I don't know, they all fit together in a way, and I really liked how that turned out. But yeah, I went ahead and did that. and I think it looks really cute. I was kind of proud of myself with the options being limited. I was pretty proud of myself. And then here in this corner, I go ahead and add some plants, of course, my two favorite plants to add together. And then I go ahead and add some little kid clutter just because it's kind of what the house is based off of. I just wanted to make the space kind of as lived in as possible, like as much as I could. And I wanted to add like bits of clutter of little kid stuff throughout. So like you'll see it in the living room, and then outside as well. There's a section where like I guess like a patio, but not really. But it's like a paved area and it's an outdoor grill. And there's like a grill space. I wanted to add a tiny fridge, but I realized there's no tiny fridge in the base game. So I couldn't do that, but there's like a sink and there's a grill outside. And then there's also a dining area, and then I added some little kid toys and a jungle gym out there as well. There's also some potted plants, or like the like little plant potters out there as well, and a bike. So if you pre-order the cottage living pack, then you'll have access to that bike. I'm not sure if you'll have access to it if you didn't. I'm not sure if they made it a base game item. I know I pre-ordered, so I got the really cute bike. That was probably the main reason why I pre-ordered. I also really wanted the cottage living pack. I love cottage living so much. I think it's such a cute pack. Over here, I went ahead and added some little wall decorations. I had a little drawing there on the wall, like the mom did or something. Like one of the parents I thought would be into arts and crafts. So I have that, have the little kid toys there, and there's like a little pen thing on the ground. This bathroom was humongous, but I love how it turned out. In here there's gonna be two sinks. I had a mirror there as well, and on one side it's like all the parent stuff, and then on the other side it's the little kid stuff that's closest to the tub. So I'll have added little bits of clutter that have like what I would imagine to be bath toys. So I put that on the counter next to some of the new items that we got. And then I also add a potty training toilet in here, so that's here. Don't worry. I think I picked out everything I could for the little kids. So I added the potty training toilet in the bathroom, and then there's going to be a high chair in the nursery. So once the kid ages up, everything you'll need will be there. But yeah, loved adding the little bits of like the little toys on the counter. I loved that idea. I think it turned out so cute. Also next to the toilet, I had like a little end table, and I add some things for the little kid on there too. But I love how that turned out. I think it's so cute, and I love it. It's so cute. I love this house a lot, actually, for it being base game. I think I want to do a similar layout with the new pack and like use the new items. I might make 2 more houses. So I'm thinking one house with base game in the new pack, and then I'm thinking another house with just like all my packs, because I use a lot of items from various packs and I don't realize how much I used until I upload it to the gallery, and there's like every expansion pack I own on the packs used list. But I like giving myself the challenge of just using certain packs. So I might actually do that challenge. This sounds pretty fun. Like when the Simmers go ahead and make a house with only certain packs used. I love those challenges. It's been a while since I watched a sim challenge video though. School's been taking all my time, so I haven't really had time to do much. But I definitely wanted to put out some more builds with the new stuff. I've been feeling really inspired. So I've been having a lot of fun with these packs, or like with these builds, and playing The Sims 4. I never really sit down and play The Sims 4, but I've been having a lot of fun doing that. But on to the nursery. I went with like a cloud aesthetic. So the nursery's blue. It's not really gender themed. Also, you'll see here I was struggling on where to put the high chair, and then I just decided to put it in the room. But I end up changing where everything's placed here in a second, because I didn't like how I had plans for the nursery and it just wasn't working out. But It's not a gender themed room. It's just I wanted it to be blue because the wallpaper choices were, with what I wanted to do, the wallpaper choices were not it. So I went with this design. I don't know what it's called, but like this blue wallpaper. And this little basket is the cutest thing. I love it so much. If you see me using this in every kid's room now, I apologize. This is who I am now. But yeah, I go ahead and clutter it up. I add these little cloud pictures and the little bunnies, of course, because they're adorable. I think, do I stick with the bookshelf in here? I don't think I keep the bookshelf, actually. I had a little plushie in the corner, and then I struggled to figure out what plushie I wanted, but I chose the unicorn. Once again, the room's not themed at all. It's just a blue room, and it has like a bunch of different things to characterize it. Like, there's no thought process. I just wanted to make a nursery. Also, this little toy basket, like those two baskets I love. And this little kids book thing is so cute. My only complaint is that we are not able to move it from this position. I can't move it down. That's exactly where it's staying, and I wish I could, because I would have placed it underneath the window on the other side of like that window next to the high chair. I would have placed it under there and added like a little chair for the little kids so they can sit down and like pretend to read, but I actually didn't place anything under that window. I just left it empty. So I feel like the room was already getting pretty cluttered. But yeah, finished the room, and now we're going on to the master bedroom, which I didn't decorate much. I think I just like added the dresser, I added a chair in a corner, add some plants by the door. Then I placed the two nightstands. And yeah, you'll see me try to move it down, and I couldn't, and I was very upset by that. But I think I placed them, yeah, I placed it there, and then I had the little unicorn thing right there. So I think that's where I left it. And then I go back to decorating here, and of course gotta add the little plants because I love plant clutter. It's my favorite kind besides the books. I notice I use a lot of the same clutter a lot. These starlights, I'm not sure if they're new or not. I think they are. I've never seen them. This is what I find fun though. Like, when you only limit yourself to certain packs or to base game, you find stuff you didn't know was in the pack. You overlooked it. I think those lights are new, and they are the cutest things, and I will also be using those for the next couple builds. Maybe even like the teenage rooms and stuff. I love doing the teenagers rooms. I like personalizing those a lot and coming up with different character stories in my head. But yeah, with the parents room, I didn't really, like with this house, I didn't have a story between the parents or like through the kids and stuff. I mainly just thought one of the parents may like the art, so like music and art. So you'll like see in the office there's like when we go to decorate it, there's an easel and there's like a music player and stuff like that. But other than that, like, and then maybe one like cooking and one like gardening, because other than that I didn't really personalize anything. There isn't much to personalize, so their careers can be whatever they want. I think this house cost, I think when I checked it was like 161,000 simoleons. So I'm not sure how I spent that much decorating this house. I think it's the art and the computer. The computer I used is one of the more expensive ones. I think it was the 10,000 simoleon computer. So there's that. But on the bright side, it's all base game. So everybody can download it. There are no other packs used besides base game. I made sure to keep that base game option open the entire time. So there's that. But now we are on to the office. This is the last room in the house. It is quite a small office. I didn't leave myself much space, but I was able to fit quite a bit. I'm not sure how functional everything is. I think that somebody can paint while using the computer at the same time, hopefully. Um, but I know that everything will be like functional. I'm just not sure how many, like if two people can be in the office at once, just because of how small it is. But I found a way to clutter it up quite a bit, um, because I would not be me without the clutter. But yeah, there's an easel, there's um, the computer, and then there's a stereo thing. The jukebox, I think is what I put. But I think that's about it. Gotta add the plants. And then I was gonna add a bookshelf, decided not to, so I add the little jukebox, and then I end up putting shelves on the wall instead, and then clutter those up a little bit just to add some personality into them. I was really struggling for ideas towards the end, so take what you will with that. I think that's about it. And yeah, so I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. And I hope you guys enjoyed the little slideshow that's gonna happen here right now. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.